guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kimberly. I am a full-time seller on the Poshmark app. You can find me on Poshmark at Pretty Pink Hanger without the I. I'll link that down below as well if you want to check out my closet. So today I want to go more in depth with how you price your items. So the best thing to do when trying to figure out how much you want to list an item for is to pull up comps. That's what you'll hear it called in the Poshmark world, in the reselling community. You want to pull up comps. So to do this, essentially you're just comparing prices. That's what comps is, short for comparing. So you'll want to get on the Poshmark app. That's usually where I check first, just because that's the platform I am selling on. That's what other people that are going to be looking on Poshmark are going to see. So you'll want to go to the Poshmark app and search for your item. So you may not be able to find your exact item. Probably 9 times out of 10 you may not find your exact item for sale, or at least I don't. Maybe I just pick weird stuff, I don't know. But so you may not always find your item that you actually have, like your specific item, but even if you don't find that specific item, you're still gonna find something that is relatively close. You're gonna find things that are the same brand, same type, like you're gonna find things relatively close to give you a little bit better idea of how to price yours. So what I look for on Poshmark is, like I said, I do search for that specific item, but up at the top when you go to search for items, you'll see that it'll, for the most part, Poshmark treats you as a customer and not a seller. So when you search for items, it's gonna automatically have it up there under your size. And so everything that I see first time I search has my size. And that's not necessarily what I like. I don't want to just limit it to my size, because I want to see all sizes on Poshmark, because I have random sizes and it's just different. And so you want to make sure that you go up to the top and make sure that it is not only on your size, so that you can see all sizes and you actually get a better idea and you can see more listings and see more of that item to compare to. And then another thing that I like to do on Poshmark when I'm comparing prices is, again, at the top where you filter the size, you can also filter between listings that are available and listings that have already been sold. And so what that does is, under available, it'll bring up everything for that item that you're searching for that is currently listed, that people are currently trying to sell. And so that can help give you an idea of what the market is looking like as far as when people are searching for it, how much they're gonna find it for right now. But then you also want to go back to filter it out, and you also want to go and change it from available to sold. And so that will then show you everything of that piece that has been sold, and you can see what it actually went for, because sometimes you'll see all those listings and it looks great, okay, it goes for this much, but then you go to sold and it's like, oh, okay, realistically it's not actually going for that much. So you can kind of keep that in mind too for when you're wanting to price your items. Like, you may want to keep it on the higher end, or you may want to go on the lower end, and that available and that sold is going to help you with that kind of in between and help you see those prices. So, which Poshmark isn't the only place that I use to compare prices. I'll also Google it. I mean, plain and simple as that. Get on Google. Something that took me a little bit to realize as a reseller when I first started was tags. Tags are essential. And I don't just mean like your sizing tag. I don't just mean your brand tag. It's the care tag, the tag that we don't care about, the tag that tells us how to care for the things, because that is where all of your sweet information is going to be. That's where you're going to find the style number. Sometimes you can find dates that they were made. You can find, you know, like how they have it labeled, like their color, their type, their cut, and 9 times out of 10, unless you have like an older vintage item, you'll usually find those on the back right here with your brand tag. But 9 times out of 10, it's that little secret hidden tag on the inside of the shirts. I don't even know where mine is, but that's not important. But it's the tag on the inside. So when I get an item, I actually have a whole sheet that I created where it has all the information, and I'll write everything down. That might actually be a good little thing to show you how I do that too, because it makes it so much easier to have everything written down in one spot. And so that's where I'll write the style numbers, I'll do all that, because research is a huge part of being a reseller. It really truly is, because you don't know what you have until you research it. Like, you can be sitting on a piece and it's like, okay, I'll sell that for like $10. It's kind of cute. And then you go to research it and you're like, oh, okay, I need to price this higher. Like, this is like, you know, a big brand. This goes for way more. And so that's why research is crucial. Again, if it's something you're just doing as a hobby, you're just trying to make some money and sell it, and you don't care, who cares about profit? I just need to clean my closet out. Don't even worry about it. But this is for the people that actually want to turn Poshmark into a business. Because that's just, I can't believe that I did not realize that about the care tag. And I watched so many videos before. I follow so many people on Instagram. Like, I learn something new all the time. But that was one that I kind of just never really saw anybody talk about. But if you're wanting to really research a piece, highly, highly, highly recommend checking out the care tag, because that is a golden little ticket on your clothing items. I swear, golden ticket on those clothing items. But yeah, so definitely check out those care tags. That's going to help you tremendously, especially on Google, because Poshmark, you can kind of type in, you know, brand, color, what you're looking for. But Google is where you're going to get more specific to trying to find the item, like especially when it's something vintage and rare and something that you can't find on Poshmark. You're gonna want all those, the style number especially, and a lot of people too like to use that to find like the pictures, like to use as their actual picture. I personally photograph my items, but a lot of people do like to use the stock items, and that makes it so much easier to try and find a stock photo of your item when you have the style number and you have all that information. So definitely check that out. That will help you tremendously when you're trying to price your items. And then you can use Google, and you can also use eBay. eBay is another pretty good one, just because, I mean, everybody knows eBay. eBay's super popular, and it's just another good little place to kind of check out some prices and see what stuff goes for. But that's the main way that you're going to be figuring out how to price your items. And then, of course, you're going to want to go with your gut as well. Like, you know, you're going to want to look at how good of condition it's in. You're going to want to look at what brand it is, what year it is, of course, if it's in style or not. Because even though you may have something that is a super popular brand, like around here you might have like, oh, American Eagle, Forever 21, like those are cute locally here. But at the same time, if you're not getting styles that are actually in, name doesn't even matter. Like, name, I mean, some people will, but honestly, name brand does not matter. It matters about the piece, and then it matters about whether it is in style or not. So definitely keep that in mind when you're looking for pieces as well, and that'll also help with pricing. If it's something that you pulled out of your closet, not really in style anymore, still kind of cute, that'll probably be something that you're gonna price on the lower end. But when you do that research and you find that, you know, you have a piece that goes for way more, then you're gonna be thankful that you did that research. Otherwise, you would have lost all that profit. So definitely do your research. That's the biggest thing on how to price items. It does take a little bit to kind of look into some things, especially some not as known brands. They usually take me a little bit longer to find the information on. But I mean, basically you're gonna find all of your information within Poshmark itself, and then take out a little bit, go to Google, try out eBay and see how they go. But most of it you're going to be able to do right there on Poshmark. If you write it down all at the beginning when you first get your clothes, like I said, like I do, I highly recommend. It makes the research process that much easier. You've got everything in one spot. So just do your research. I mean, really, that's the biggest thing I recommend, because I would hate for you to price something so much lower than what it could be going for. Like that's the whole point. That's why we're here. That's why we want to make this a business. We want to make a profit. Like, you know, we want to succeed. So you've got to do the work to succeed. So you've got to do that research and make sure that you're pricing your items right. Go with your gut. Go with the fact, you know, make sure that it's a good piece, that it's in good condition, and just go with your gut and go with what you feel like is really truly right. Like, that's what it really boils down to, is just making sure that you feel right about your prices. It's your store, it's your business. If you want to super price it, then you know what? There's really no stopping you. If you want to do low balls, there's no stopping you. Like, you might zoom out a bunch of pieces, having them at only a couple of dollars a piece. However you want to run your business is entirely up to you. That's pretty much all that pricing your items boils down to, is making sure you're doing that research, checking that care tag, checking Poshmark, checking Google, and comparing to where everybody else is. And another little piece of information is don't ever stop checking those prices, especially in times like now when you're a little bit slower and you've got a minute. It's so beneficial to continue to go through your closet and look at those items and do another search for them again in the sold and the available, and see what they're going for, and make sure that your pricing is still right, because it could be 6 months later and, you know, 6 months ago it was something really popular, everybody wanted it, couldn't find it, so it was going for higher, and you may search for it, you know, now 6 months later, and there's, you know, 20 of them posted available. And so if there's 20 of them available, then that means you may not need to have that up so much, because the need isn't there as much. You know what I'm saying? Now that people are listing it and you see that these prices are more in one bucket and you're up here, you're going to want to lower that price to match what's actually out there and what's available. So like I said, make sure you're always keeping up with stuff, checking on your closet even after it's been there for a minute, and just go with your gut. How you run your business is entirely up to you. Have fun with it and make some money. That's what we want to do. We all want to make some money. Thank you for watching my video. If you have any questions at all on pricing, please comment down below. I would love to help in any way that I absolutely could. If there's anything that I missed, something you're still curious about, definitely comment down below. I will try my very best and get back with everybody and help in any way that I can. Alright, so if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, give the video a like down below, and then again, my Poshmark closet is linked down below as well, so if you want to check it out, please do. But alright, I'll be back next time, guys. Bye.